That's ridiculous. All right, welcome. We are back over here, and indeed, we have a date with modding over here. With modding by Kaupenjoe. I don't know. I don't know about that one, but I listen. I just thought it was a funny title. Okay, I think it was a funny stream title, given the fact that it is the 14th of February. So you know, I thought, why not? We can do that. We can do that. And of course, instead of a nice little tea, which would be befitting of the ambassador, I do have the following. Wait, once again, can opening ASMR. Pretty good. Pretty good. I think that was pretty good. That was pretty good. Today, once again, null Zucker. So we have a null pointer exception once again. So I don't know. Hello, 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 hello. Indeed. Your suits are fire. Listen, I am actually slightly disappointed in myself. Thank you, first of all. Thank you. But I am slightly disappointed in myself. Because I could have, if I had planned my stream a little bit better, I not only could have had a new suit today, which you would have not seen yet, but also, thematically, it would have worked really well for Valentine's Day. However, I am sadly, I guess, the best streamer ever, and not really, so I don't know. Yeah. What are y'all doing for moddingness? I'm making an island under my giant structure for the sake of good world gem. That's pretty good. I like it. Is it Minecraft or Hytale modding? It remains for the time being Hytale modding. I think I'm gonna really go back into Minecraft once 26.1 is out. No salmon. I can't always come with a salmon suit, right? I was like, listen, if I show up, listen, okay? I'm gonna be real. If I show up with this to a date and the girl's like, what is this? I'm like, listen, that's your fumble, okay? If you can't appreciate me at my Tetris suit, I don't know what to tell you. Get the frick out of here. The green Tetris pieces have holes. Yeah, that's one of the issues when you have a green screen. We need a Kaupen suit mod. It's true. It's true. Let us change the suits to give us powers. That's crazy. That's actually pretty good. I like that. I'm making a grenade launcher, but I'm struggling to find a way to add shooting animations. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Swiss cheese edition. Yeah, I have got holds. Wait, there's one. There it is. Oh wait, I can. If I like, wait. If I reflect the, look at this. If I reflect the light correctly, then I can get it like. Is this because you're so pale, Kaupenjoe? Yes, it is. Okay. Oh, that's super weird. But yeah, it can't always be the salmon. Even though the salmon suit would kind of fit for today, like I said, I actually had a completely different suit in mind, but for planning, what is that? I don't know if you know. We all love Hytale. Very true. It's true. And modding, we also like a lot. Let me see. There is, by the way, also, finally, on Kaupenjoe, a new video coming as well. Only took 14 days, but it is what it is. Okay. we're going to probably have that live after the end of the stream, but we'll see. Thank you for putting some of the suggestions to the devs, Kaupenjoe. Couldn't find mine on the Trello yet. Yeah, so we have sort of two different, what would you say? It's kind of like two different lanes that we're riding right now. I can actually show you if you want to. So we are, of course, let's see. Forgot this was today. Yeah, true. Some hearts. Absolutely, man. Forgot this was today. Well, Big, you're still here and you haven't really missed anything significant just yet. Wait, let me see. How can I easily show this? Like this, probably. Yep. There's also a secondary thing. So there's two different places. Now, this is not affiliated with me and it's not like the official place, but there is a second place that is on the Hytale modding suggestions discussion board over here. Do note that there's likely going to be very much a sort of, sometimes there's going to be overlapping suggestions here and likely on the Trello board. The devs basically are going to look at both, right? This is from what I can tell, or from what I understand, they're going to look at both. Yeah, so that is also a place where you could add your suggestions. You know, sometimes they're going to be ended up on the Trello board and on here. Yeah, basically that's another thing to sort of keep in mind as well. I can also give you the link. Let me just get that to y'all. If you want to take a look at that, and then there you go. Yeah, and then obviously we also have the Trello board with many different things, but basically it is a yeah, both of them are going to exist at the same time, because the Trello board is more for, I think, also specific, very specific pointed, what would you say, pointed modding things, whereas the GitHub repository is a little bit more I think also gameplay suggestions, right? Not only like modding suggestions and stuff like that. So yeah, I do agree. Actually, I really do like this, because I wasn't aware of the discussion board that you can basically make it so that you can basically make it so that your answers have to be fit into like a set way right here, right? Which is obviously the same way that the setup is right here, right? With the user story, actual target, expected, things like that. So I do think that that's pretty neat. Right now, I think it's fine though. I think the incoming messages, there's already so many incoming messages. I don't necessarily think we need to make that better. I think just the sort of throughput to the Trello board has a bit better. Yeah, this Trello has more stuff than the game I follow for like 6 years. Listen, that's like, most of this stuff is like quality of life stuff for the time being. Now also one of the issues comes down to the fact that obviously I would like to, so for example, for the fluid independent from draw type, right? Here, we've actually implemented a fix, right? Which is obviously something that they would love to see. Makes sense. One of the issues is right now, IMO, in my opinion, this is once again my opinion, right? This is I think that what the Hytale team should focus on to improve modding is like 80 to 90% making the asset editor better, right? Quality of life fixes for the asset editor, adding more ways that the asset editor works, fixing bugs in there. I think IMO, that is like the biggest thing that they should do right now, making it so that you can, add certain things. Oh, jeez. WD rating out here. WD, hello. Have you been doing it's a me? WD. It is true. WD. Okay. Thank you for the raid. Yeah, so right now I think the main point of modding improvements should be asset editor. Because that's the thing that I would say like 90% of people interface with. I think so. The biggest thing would be to affect things in assets directly from Java. Yeah, but the issue is that you're not really going to be able to do it because the assets are created at runtime, And Java, like Java doesn't really know that about any of the assets, right? This is the one thing that I also have struggled with for some of to wrap my mind around. I haven't completely mapped everything out yet. So basically what you're seeing when I'm doing stuff, let me find this. I think this is it. Yes. IDE error occurred. Fatal exception. Listen, as long as I'm still streaming, I'm good. Okay, I don't know what type of fatal error you're talking about, but that's okay. That's alright. Okay. Just clear it and you'll be fine. You'll be fine. But yeah, basically, sometimes it still gets a little bit of a rough because you have to, if you want to do anything with assets in Java, you basically have to sort of point to it with the name of the asset that you have defined right here. It's weird. It's weird. Yeah. I should be able to do some things that the editor can without creating any JSON files or copying them. Should be able to do things. Yes. Saw a YouTube short about something coming in March. Yes, I know what you mean. I know what you're talking about. I have seen this too. Something weird is that you can add, you can make items at runtime and manually add all the components that point to textures and models. But it is so bad to work with that, it's not worth it. I did that for the fishing bob. I created it at runtime. I see. Yeah, so I wanted to do the following. Let me see this. This was I think this one right here, tutorial. Yeah. So I was just trying to do the following. Okay, I can walk you through what I was trying to add over here, and I haven't gotten it quite to work. And this is once again the reason why I haven't mapped it out fully. Okay, I'm not fully mapped out here yet. So what I try to do is I try to add two different components. Okay. So I have an attached blood component, a value component, and a blood value component, okay? Now, what I wanted to do is, these are a component of entity type, entity store, so I wanted to just add this to an entity that was attacked with a specific knife, okay? This is done in the onDamage event over here, where I said, hey, right now, I just wanted to make it so that if you attack an entity with an item blood dagger over here, then I just get an output. And what I wanted to do is, I wanted to attach the attached blood value component, and then the blood system over here would go in and be like, oh, this entity has the attached blood value component. So what we're going to do is now we're going to add to you the blood value component right here, right? So we're going to add the blood value and we're going to remove the attached blood value. And then if you have the blood value component, we're going to damage you one amount every tick. That's what I wanted to do just to see if it even works. Now, where have I gotten stuck? Right now, this doesn't work. The onDamage event doesn't work. So I don't know how that works. Now, there's a sort of a way where I'm like, well, maybe we need a custom interaction, but because that could work feasibly, but I don't know. This is where the ECS system and my usual way of doing things in modding are still a little bit clashing. Okay, this is what I mean by I haven't mapped it fully out yet. I still haven't fully mapped this. The event handle doesn't trigger at all. I don't think so, but we can certainly try for the sake of argument. I do not believe that it triggers at all, no. I tried to send a message over here. I could have probably done this, but I also just tested it out. Just like I'm trying to do. Vampire Survival upgrading system. I can add existing effects, but I can't find how to create my own. The ECS damage working perfectly fine. Okay, fair enough. Let's see. Yep, it works. Okay, so that's very strange because this didn't work before. That actually did not work before. Wait. I don't understand anything anymore. So what you're telling me is that if I hit him with the... Wait. Hello? Yep, this works. Oh, this is a different thing. Oh, the server's already crashed. Yep. Oh, hello? Can I please? Oh, yeah. So it is cordless. Okay. I'm still confused, though. Like, I don't... Mr. Kaupenjoe. Will there be a way to pre-compile a set of mods for the server and load is much faster than for servers with a lot of mods? Well, will there be a way to pre-compile a set of mods for a server so that load time for that is much faster? So you basically want it so that you can, it's not a crash, you just have a breakpoint. Listen, okay? I don't know what to tell you. So you want it so that like people like before joining, they sort of, they have a cached version? Maybe? Something like that? I think a cached version could possibly work. Maybe Valentine's come and chat. Yeah. Right, so that still doesn't... Okay, that definitely does not do it. Okay, so... But this gets cold, right? So if I go here, and I go in, and I hit him... See, this doesn't make any sense to me. Unless the damage event is something different from what I understand. It's not impossible. But you know what I mean? Like, it's just sort of a... It's just kind of strange, right? Like, that's just a little bit weird. Right? Like, one of my issues that I haven't mapped fully is that basically the game, the Java code doesn't know about any items. It doesn't know about any items. It doesn't know about any NPC roles. It just knows, oh, this is like a thing. This is like, oh yeah, the item, yeah, it knows what an item is, but not what particular item is. Rather peculiar, indeed. I don't know, I'm just saying. Like, it's just it's a very weird one. Maybe I do need to, maybe I do need to do this one instead of the damage event. Doesn't make any sense to me, because that should literally be exactly the same. But, you know, I don't know. I mean, it's literally just calling the super and then doing the damage or class over here. Doesn't make any difference, in my opinion. I would say. Doesn't seem like that's gonna be it, is it? It's probably not gonna be that either. So that's what I'm saying. Anything to reduce 5 to 10 minutes loading. Ooh, okay, that's a lot of things. You think before in the pipeline is canceling the event? But why? Why would it cancel the event? I'm not doing anything. I'm not canceling anything. Also, I don't even know if this is a cancelable event. It's just an event system over here. It's an event query system. It's not even a ECS event. I guess damage would be a cancelable ECS event. So I guess you might be right. I guess you could cancel it theoretically, but I don't know. Nothing. You do this. Nothing. Zero, nothing. Wait, now it called it? I don't get it. Why now? Is it non-player? Is it only the player that gets damaged? Oh, you gotta be kidding me, right? Is it ever only the player? It's called when your player took damage. Yep, you got it. That's exactly right. Is that not what the query is filtering? Oh my god. That makes so much sense. That's actually genius. I don't think that's gonna work though, right? Even though it is nullable, it says it's nullable. It doesn't work, right? Oh my god. You have unlocked a new part of the map just now. Your query targets. Oh my god. That's crazy. That makes so much sense. That makes so much sense. I thought the query was just for all of the things that you want to be... See, now the issue is that the thing doesn't work at all. Tutorial plugin, I think, is not being loaded at all. See, now it doesn't load it at all because the query is null. Even though it clearly says nullable right here, I just want to say, if your event system says, yo, hey, listen, my man, I got you. Okay, how deep do I have to go? If it says nullable and then it complains that it's null, I feel like that's not okay. Archetype.empty. Okay, but still, does that not make... Is this not wrong? Am I crazy? If it says nullable, it should really be... It should really be... You should be... Right? That doesn't make any sense. So it's query any. Okay. So you don't care about anything. Okay, but still, the nullable, that I think that tripped me up before as well. Because I had it on null before, and I was like, oh, then let's do the player. Yeah, it's misleading. Okay. 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 At least we're in agreement here. I had to do this for the custom interaction. Yeah. Okay. Listen, that unlocks a huge part of the map over here. I'm just like, oh yeah. Now I'm mapping, okay? We're Lewis and Clark out here. Those were the guys that went through, like, that mapped the US, right? Okay, so listen. That progress, okay? Because we can't get item in hand because it's null. Okay, I did only punch him with my hand. So you know what? Super fair. Maybe I should now punch him with my bone daggers. Holy schmoly. I actually got into here. So I guess... Listen, we might just get this to work, guys. We might just get this to work, okay? This is the power of chat. That's so stupid. Okay, whatever. Let's just try this. Okay, now I have an entity. So I have an entity, and what I want to do is I want to do add component, and I want to say entity is the living entity. So I actually need the ref. Can I just do ref? Get reference? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can. And then what is the component that I want to add? And that's tutorial plugin dot attach this guy. Boom. The real chat GPT. Can someone give this guy a medal? Xavira? That's insane. That's like actually just amazing. I love that one. That's really good. Okay, so theoretically, now what I could do, I attack someone with my bone daggers, right? I attack any NPC with my bone daggers right here, right? I'm midday. Okay, so I attack any entity with my bone daggers. They get the attach blood component added to their thingamajig. And now every tick they should take damage. I mean, okay. Store is currently processing. Ensure you're not calling a store method from a system. I see. So I guess we need to give it with the command buffer first in some ChatTTV. Yeah, so we need to give this in a different way. Okay, fair enough. That's okay. That's fine. You should use the command buffer. Yeah, I guess so. Command buffer. It's just a consumable? I can just use this, right? Like store one and then just like do it in the command buffer, right? Like that? Surely that's gonna work, right? Okay, maybe not. Command buffer that at there's no way. Really, brother? Okay, you need to give me the... Okay, so both the command buffer and the store are component accessors. Okay. All right, I got you. Now, a component accessor. Okay. So, why do I have both? Like, is the command buffer just one of the ones that's like, oh, I'm gonna deal with threads for you, and the store is like, oh, you better be in the right thread, you know, generally speaking, or is this like roughly what it is? Something like that? I cannot understand why you can't access the store from the system. I spent so long trying to backtrack through the code. Okay, fair enough. Okay, I guess we'll do that then. Well, it still does not like that. Still doesn't like it. For some reason. Low. Command buffer attaches a component rather after the system have run, so there's no race conditions. Okay. We might have to just do this because I might not like the code changes that I made. Huh. Well, that's weird. Anyway, that's fine. That's okay. I wonder if when this works, it will actually show damage value. It doesn't for poison and fire effects. Interesting. Okay. We'll see. We shall see. All right. Okay, so that's good. I guess we could test whether or not the other value, the other system runs. This one right here. Does this run? No. You got it. Oh. Wait. Yeah, because it's damaging. Like, it should damage. Because it executes the damage right here. Somehow. Help me. You now have to have a mandatory meeting schedule with me. Explain Hytale modding to you. You can choose between today and tomorrow. Sure. That's fine. You can do that. The issue is that I just... Wait. Right. So they got this. And then that's it. It's not a lose. No, it is losing. It lost a little bit more. But then it stopped. Does this only run once? Check a query for the system. Well, here I'm checking for whether... Oh, I'm checking if they have both! Wait a minute. So what you're telling me is that I'm checking for them to have both. But I want, like an or. I want them to check if you have this or this. This is so much... Yes, of course. And then all of a sudden... Well, now it's... there's issues with entity contains component type. So now you can't add the component type again. Hello. Wait. W. Yeah, W. Aye! W. It is WD! Wait, we should get TTS for this. Okay. Well, you welcome. You need to restart. I think I do need to restart. This looks like an interesting addition to the game. If it works... Because, listen, okay? I was thinking... I don't have a good... Like, after we're done with this, with looking into this, we are going to actually add something actual to the game and actually make a mod. For once. I know it sounds crazy. I think that the... Okay, that's fine. You could just continue for now, I think. Okay. Right. Now. How? Boom. Removing world. Exceptionally. Default. Okay, so this doesn't work because it already contains the component type. So you can't do it again. Now I want to see that code I needed bad, my precious. Well, I haven't... fully done it yet. Command buffer has an ensure method to add the component if the entity doesn't have the component. Okay. Right now, I believe the issue is that I'm trying to add it again to the same component, to the same guy. Either has... Okay. Okay. Wait a second. Let me add this. Filters for entities who only have... To have this component. You might say, why are you adding this? Listen, this is what it is. Yeah, ensure component does what you think. Ensure component. So it's and then I guess on here, even though I'm in a system, I should also use the command buffer to remove it and ensure it. Listen, this is why you get insurance, man. You know, you gotta insure that component. Okay, let me get this. Let me get this other guy. This guy over here. Okay, now we're trying to add the boom. I'm doing this. Now, you getting damaged? You ain't getting damaged. Now the issue is, should have probably made sure I'm in here. Okay. Oh, something's happening over here. Something is happening. Blood value null. Okay, that's fair. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Yes. Let me see. Can I get like the name of this guy? See, this is like really nice, right? I have like I'm getting through the archetype over here. I'm like, who is it? I don't know. How can I look up what this guy is? Oh, Jesus Christ. References. Okay. Yeah, that's display name. Message. Cow. Look at this guy. I found a cow. For I just randomly used like 4. That's good. Okay. The store is good for getting components and the command buffer for changing. Okay. Probably need to also ensure on blood itself. I've seen that the draw type has been accepted. Yes. That is in the backlog. Yes. It is. But I mean, right now the workaround works though, right? Like that's, I'm still very happy that we found at least some way to do this. Okay, I want to get like a, oh, can I do reference and then just like do a thingamajig? A living entity? Yeah, wait. I can get a living entity and then just like somehow get that, right? Like I don't want to do anything right here. Index archetype. Sure. That would work. Surely there's a component that's like name, right? Display name component. I'm just that smart, you know? So that would be no, this is a display name component. Yeah, okay. Display name component equal to, and then once again we get this from the store, right? Not a resource though, but a component, and we get this from the entity reference, which is the reference, and then we just say get this component over here. Boom, and then it's gonna output this on its own. So we're gonna say, hey, this guy dot get display name, which is a message already, so we don't even need a raw message. Okay, that's fine. Boom. Okay, so now we're getting every time this ticks, which is gonna be a lot of things happening, but we'll see. And then it crashes because not every entity has the display name component. I guess we'll see. We're about to find out. No, it does work. It just puts out a lot of things over here. It does put out exactly the ones that have the custom components attached though. I'm getting closer to what I want to do. Okay, so now I added it to the fox. All of a sudden, the fox is also in there. Okay. There's something to this, okay? Now, I don't... Okay, this is fine. Stop, please. Stop. Okay, this is too much. Thank you. Okay. If you get a component, the best thing is to check the component isn't null. So theoretically... Okay, that's fair. In this instance, I knew that all of them had the display name component. So either I check if it's null or not, or I could also add it to the query, right? Theoretically. See, I'm starting to learn. Now, obviously, that would also filter all of those out that don't have it. I understand that, but yeah. What's the reason for the attach and the blood component? I don't know. I wanted to... I mean, why there's two? I don't know. There's no reason. There's no reason. I could literally just add the blood component and then just do that with it as well. When I made this, it was too complicated. I made it too complicated. So I guess what we want to do is I just want to add a blood value component over here instead. So instead of the attach, I just want to do a blood value component. Okay, that's fine. So I do that. I give the entity a blood value component. Boom. I go in. It's like, yo, I don't even need that anymore. I don't even need this anymore. Boom. Right? I only want this. There's not a query of, right? Like you just have to do an and always, right? Something like that. Okay. So I'm like, yo, blood value component. If you got this, let's go. Let's go through. So all of those entities go in. Boom, boom, boom. You have a blood value? Sure. If it's not null, damage systems, damage this guy. Boom. Adding 1 damage to the entity. In my mind, flawless logic. Flawless logic. Get this guy. Boom. Genius. Genius. Hello? Hello? We're modding out here. Look at this. Boom. Fish? I think you meant dead. Sushi is what I call this. Holy schmoly. Well, look at that. It just took 90 people and I don't even know. Poison re-implemented. Listen, okay? This is not, don't call it poison. Why are you so sad? Bear, hello? Is this guy okay? Okay, there you go. Now, no, what are you good? My man? You know what? How about that? There you go. Goodbye, bear. Let's go! Exactly, it's bleed, not poison. Also, it's not, this isn't even the reason I did it. They added depression to the bears. That's some heavy bleeding. It's true. He knows he's gonna die. Yeah, but you don't know you're gonna die, do you? Alright, there you go. Please make this available in a full mod. Listen, okay, I actually wanted to go way further, which is one of the reasons why the blood value actually has in a blood amount, which is okay, this is like completely through everything. I actually wanted to make it so that you can sacrifice an entity near an altar, and that altar would then take whatever blood amount the entity has, which is not the same as the HP. I understand I could just take the HP, but that's particularly not what I wanted to do. I wanted to have a separate blood amount because the blood does not equal HP, okay? If you have a big tank, that surely this is not right. It's like, how many liters of blood does a human have? Okay, let's see. Let's say 5 liters. Okay, now an elephant. Okay, elephant. How much does an elephant have? 240? Are you nuts? Holy schmoll. How much bigger is an elephant than a human? 30 to 80 times twice as tall? Yeah, the issue is you get weird stuff with like cube, like it like, you know, because you do volume and stuff. So it's whatever. You know what I mean. I love your shorts. I would love to see more long form of yours. Yeah, we're kind of working on that. You're working on that. It's just a lot of stuff. Sadly, I can't be here. I have Valentine stuff. Oh, boo-hoo. Should I play you the smallest violin? Oh no, how horrible. If you want, we can switch. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That's kind of funny though. That's pretty good. As a small info, working with components on blocks can be a nightmare. I fought with block components. Okay, yeah, block components are the worst ones. Employed people. What? That's not an employed person. That's a person that's probably got a girlfriend or a wife at home. Even crazier, man. Worse than a GOB. A job. The Might Mage. Listen, Might Mage, I have understood 3 more things in Hytale modding. And it only took me a whole month, about 90 people in chat, and a whole bunch of elbow grease. And that is, you know what this query does over here? It's so stupid, man. It's so stupid. You know what the query does? It's actually crazy. You don't even get it. This query filters which entities call the handle method. Isn't that crazy? I know. It's almost as if I should have probably understood this for way longer. Listen, okay? I don't even know. An anime girl, but in a real life. Yep. A girlfriend is like an anime girl in real life. Switch if the kid comes along. Yeah, okay. How about I continue to deal with Twitch chat? They are, in a way, a kid as well, but, you know, I can turn it off. Okay, well, let's not go down that road. Oh, man. Okay, but still, though, okay? I understand it. You might say, Kaupenjoe, I feel like you're stupid. And I'm like, I only look stupid sometimes, okay? Twitch chat, go to your room. It's so true, actually. Oh, man, Twitch chat is not the same as having a child. That's what obviously. This, I'm trying to make jokes for the people who don't have a child, me included. Of course it's not the same. Twitch chat doesn't wake you up at 3 a.m. after you only slept for an hour. Oh man. That's crazy stuff right here. Queries are nice to make combinations. Yeah, so it's really what I find so really stupid about it is like I made this video, right? Let me show you. You already know this, but I'm gonna show it to you anyway. So I made this video right here, right? Oh, this is also not the right one, but this is the right one. So like the ECS system, right? I did an interesting one where it's like I tried to explain the entity component system, right? Now, obviously, this is not the same way that is implemented in Hytale. Makes total sense because that's not, you know, I didn't use archetypes and all of that crazy stuff. But I'm pretty sure I made the same way where you basically give it right here, have a world query over here where you give it the components you need to do. I literally did the same thing. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this, guys. Right there. Right there. I say query. Could I not have used my brain? No, I couldn't. I guess I couldn't. Okay. Because this does exactly the same thing. It says, hey, give me every entity that has the age component and the birthday component. Now here you can only do an and, not an or. Probably not a good system in this case, but it's a system that works, okay? I don't know. Okay? Could have probably thought about it, but it's like, it is what it is. Also, someone asked me like about 20 minutes ago if I heard about the thing where Mojang/Microsoft was DMCAing this like a small game. We will actually at some point take a look at this game. What is it called? Alumaria. Aluminium? Alumaria. This right here. They were like, this looks way too much like Minecraft, so you can't have it. And I'm like, Well, now it's on my radar and I'm probably gonna play it because, yeah, that looks actually kind of sick. I like it. And before, I wouldn't have heard about it. So, I don't know. I like it. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna definitely take a look at this at some point. Maybe it has modding. If not, listen. If not, Uno Melon, reach out to me. I don't know if I can add modding to your game, but we could talk about it, I guess. I could tell you, hey, listen. To be frank, it does look like a clone. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it's fine. Listen, at the end of the day, if it's self-made textures, just because it's voxel, you can't DMC it because of the voxel. I don't think you can. The Streisand effect. It is true though. Make it, I don't know. Okay, WD, you already got this. The client cannot be modded. Everything the client does is sent to the server. Correct. Correct. Listen, I've started to get more into my pen. I've started, not my pen. Not done that. What I have done is just, I've gotten a little bit more into the fact that I just don't quite like the client sort of, the client issues, right? Or the client thing. But it's fine. That one picture did look like MC texture pack. It's fine. Okay, whatever. Frick you, I guess. A lot of the textures do look like Minecraft rips. Well, I don't know. Maybe. Why is the hostile mobs AI in Hytale so much better than most games? I still see it being cheesy, but it's still better than most. I don't know. The good question. I mean, the whole API, the whole AI from the enemies builds on the on their insane system. Wait a second. This is the Hytale news. So they've got this one. If you haven't seen this yet, by the way, not by me. This is not me. Okay. If it was me, then I would say Kaupen or Kaupenjoe. This is not me. This is the person from Hytale. Hypixel called Joe. Anyway, they have the rundown on how NPCs work, and they have like a 6-part tutorial series on YouTube that's literally goes through on exactly how the NPCs are doing stuff. Now, I'm gonna say this, okay? I'm gonna just listen, okay? I'm gonna be maybe a little bit. Listen, I'm just gonna say it. The fact that their own team right now is using VS Code instead of the asset editor to edit the JSON files. Guys, the asset editor needs some work, okay? I'm sorry. But like, shouldn't that be an indication? The asset editor needs work, okay? If you have to do JSON files, then it's just better done outside the asset editor. #1 asset editor hater. Listen, it just needs a lot of work, but that's okay. Anyway, they have a 6-part tutorial series on NPCs, which is freaking crazy. And you can see every NPC has a role, and they go through incredible detail on what exactly everything is. Meaning like, yeah, it's like bugs, and it's, you know, it's not, there's a lot of different things. Now, you also have some debug stuff, so there is quite a few things. This is pretty cool, right? So you can see the visible sensor ranges right here. This is the, I think this is the sensor range plus like what it selects and then like where it looks like into, and I don't know, man. This is crazy. Flock position, because you have like different flocks that stick together. It looks pretty cool. I can't read anything in the asset editor because of my eyesight. So, Zavira, is the issue this size, or is it because like, do you have a 4K monitor or like a 1440p monitor, and does it actually look way more zoomed out, kind of like this? Wait, let me show you an example. Does it maybe actually look kind of like this for you instead? Is this the issue? Is this the issue? Look at this. Is this... Or is it actually just even this font size is too small? Please don't just say yes, because that would be... but yeah. Recently you shared a yep, that's exactly the thing that I shared. Yeah. Yes, great. Thank you, Mike Mage. Do you know when this should be fixed or full? I have no idea. I have no idea. It's the issue is we can't even fix it ourselves because it's part of the client. So font size is just too small for me to reliably see it, right? Yeah, I guess it should be. It should just be. There should be just a scaling option in general. I do wonder though. Same in the Hytale client itself. Oh, okay. Interface. Common UI. I think we can just change the UI things in here. Label. Font size. 28. Let's try to get every font size in here. Okay. I made all the font sizes. 28 right now. Is this gonna work? Well, it did work right here. So, I guess so? Oh, look at that. This is now big. Well, hold on a minute. Wait a second. Well. How about we try that? Okay, open. Sure. Alright. So it's possible it's just Pitta? What is Pitta? Font. No, the issue is it's just gonna get overwritten if there's a new client. But theoretically, I could just go through all of the UI files and we could just do this. We could release this as like a thing. I'm just gonna change. Let's see. Let's just go through all of them and see if we can't find like all of the different sizes here. Main menu, font size. Only once. Font size. Main menu. Oh, there's a bunch of font sizes here. Oh, luckily it actually only uses one of them. No, it doesn't. Okay, well, fair enough. I just want to see if this even works. It probably won't, but like, let's just like try this. Let's just like really just put into all of those the 28 right here. Imagine though. Boop, boop, boop. What are you doing? I'm increasing the font size of the asset. Oh, that's a lot of different ones. That is a lot of them. Okay, then we go Control R, font size. I don't know, 14, 28. Replace all. Yes. Okay, another one. Font size. Please, excuse me. Please, thank you. Font size 13. Maybe replace with 28. Replace all. Okay. Then we're gonna do. Sorry. Font size 12. Replace all. Let's just see what that does. Okay. Let's just like reload and let's see what that does. I mean, so far we're cooking out here. We're cooking. Oh, look at that! This is pretty good. We got the hover text. We're almost there. Let's see. This is neat. Rain explosion number 2. Is it? Progress. I mean, 11. It's a little tedious going through all of them, but like, why not, right? I mean, surely there's no like 9, right? There's no way. Yeah, none of them are smaller than that. 14, 15, 16. Label, that might have actually been the one on the left side the entire time. 18. Navigation buttons could also be the case. 19, 20. Who, by the way, who said that there's no client-side modding? Oh, well, I guess you're looking stupid now, aren't you? Because just now, I modified the client. Let's see. Boom. This doesn't work. Why? Double the sidebar size. Yeah, but for that I need to find the sidebar, don't I? No, you can't do X-ray. That's not what I meant. Sidebar. Hide sidebar. Top sidebar. Button sidebar. Main grid hide sidebar. Show sidebar. Sidebar. I feel like that's not called the sidebar. I've seen some GitHub repos with minimalistic client-side injection. Really? Client-side injection? Interesting. They modify the asset editor in the near future. Yes, so they did say that that's... Yeah, they have some things in the work for the asset editor. But, however, I'm not sure. Scroll bar size. Maybe it's something like asset type. Label asset type. Style. Render italics true. Asset type. Oh. Yeah, because it... I know why. Because of this. Boop, boop, and then reconnect. And feasting on any chance you can get, you could help with FPS animations. I can't get the weapon to change position and think something is overriding my changes. I believe that I know not exactly what it is, but maybe I do know. Maybe I can give you a pointer. So in the asset editor, likely your custom thing, your animation. Oh, look at this. This is pretty good. That's something. This already works. I feel like we're like super close. I feel like this is already it. Almost. What do you want? Okay. Yeah, it works. Listen. What I was asked for is I want bigger font in the asset editor. I have provided bigger font in the asset editor. You can push it down to like 20. Listen, this works, okay? Let me do this. So animations. So when it comes to animations, WD has a whole host of things to complain about. So when it comes to animations, your animations are governed by your player animation ID. Now, if this has a store right here, this is governed by your parent, right? So if you have a parent over here, that would be under the rendering right here, and this uses the dagger animation right here. Boom. And now we go to dagger animations, and this is the 67 animation map that is needed for every single item that you need to have. Now, I still am not quite sure if this is actually the way that you have to do it, or if there's an easier way to do it, but it seems like you need to implement a custom animation for every one of your items, if it's not held like an item that already exists within the game, for every one of the ways that the player can move, including walking, walking backwards, walking, because the custom item does not attach to the player, it just floats in the air and moves with the player depending on the animation that the player is using. That's how I understand it. If someone else knows that there's a different way to do it, I'll take it, and we can correct WD on this, but this is the way that I understand that it works right now. Which is, in my opinion, insane. If this is the case, then I'm actually not, then WD is not the certified complainer, then I'm actually gonna complain with WD over here. Text, is there text size maybe? Text font? Any other? It's always called font size, isn't it? Font size 14. There's no way, right? Like, I missed this one thing in the common UI. Let me guess. That's going to be it. And that's going to make it all look great. Feast your eyes upon... No, it did not quite do that. Okay. Well, I mean, it was worth a try. Okay. Considering that it's built-in items, I highly doubt that the animations were all made one-to-one in Blockbench or something. Yeah, but I don't know how they were made then. It doesn't make any sense, though. Then they have a different workflow that they are using for it, which still seems weird. Having individual animations into socketing is a crazy amount of work. That's what, exactly, that's what I'm saying, right? So theoretically, usually what you would just do is you just say, hey, this item over here, attach it to the player's hand, right? And then if I, you know, move forward, then it just is added there, right? But instead, the animations here are all individual animations that all play at the same time. You think that in 1 year, modding in general will be twice as simple? Oh, it's going to be way simpler, okay? 100%. At the end of the day, they right now positioned themselves to say, listen, we're gonna have modding be a crazy part of the experience, which is really freaking awesome. You can do a lot of different things, specifically very complicated things and very specific things you can't do right now. But yeah, I'm feeling confident that that's gonna hopefully be ironed out within a year or so. Yes. Oh, that's add my code to vanilla ECS event sockets. I like. Yeah, we're not talking about socks though. Yeah, okay, those are two different things. Okay, let me double check this again. I actually wanna get this freaking thing increased. Okay, I want this font size. Okay, 1, nothing, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 11, 12. This will be somewhere else, man. I've placed the custom animation into its own animation tree as per example. The problem I have is that the FPS animations only, the position XYZ changes in Blockbench are not translating over to in-game. Moving handle, origin item, or attachment, nada. Oh man. WD? You have anything to add over here? You've messed way more with animations than I have. All 28. It's all 28. Every single one is 28. Scroll bar size. Outline size. Size? That's not. Okay. Haha, very funny. I don't want to change the IntelliJ font size, you frick. Unbelievable, man. Server actions button, handle, size, scroll bar size, scroll bar style. The issue is I can't really like take a look at what is what. Okay, let's think about this. Oh, server icon. Wait a second. Icon. Search icon? Caret collapsed. Caret expanded. Pressed arrow path. Arrow width. Font size 28. Is it too much? But like, why doesn't it do it? File drop down box style. I would assume that this is this right here. Maybe it can't expand it because it's not hover background, pressed background. That's not right. This is something different. This is probably this one right here. This is this one right here. Yep. Okay. What's the other one? Common UI. File background. Drop down box background. Panel scroll bar style. Arrow width height. Entry height. Padding font size 28. Placeholder style 28. If we did like, maybe not W, but like just goes red right here. Like see where this changes. Wouldn't that be interesting? Is that a Tetris suit jacket? Officer Sarge, you're correct. Officer, the ambassador at your service. Oh, the client crashed. What? Why? Why would it crash? I dig it. Thank you. Oh, I think I messed up somewhere. Ooh, not here. Maybe here though. Yeah, I typed a B in there, I guess. Maybe. Hopefully. Yep, I just typed a B in there. That's okay. My dog stepped on a bee. No red anywhere. Well, I don't know. I got a notification on my phone. When I say oh, because it sounds like it's vibrating. Well, that's not good. That's not good. Color pick and search where that color is used. Yeah, but that's not a... I can't do that. Like, I can't go into this now and like look where it's used. It doesn't do anything. It's a real shame. You would have really thought... I really would have thought that that would work. And I could just like change the thing. What a damn shame. Okay, can I find the folder though? Surely there's a folder icon, right? Oh, do I really need to go into every single one of the icons to take a look at which one is the folder icon? It's called folder in the assets icon right here. Boom. As if I would have guessed. Folder. Now, theoretically, where the folder is used, right? Yeah, but like... I think that this is not being used because, why would that not be defined in there? This doesn't make any sense again. Hello? Please? Search for folder? Anywhere? Folder? Root folder selection. That's it. There it is. Text. Client asset editor folder. Modal folder. Font size 28. Listen, if you don't have the font size defined, I'm just going to define it for you. I'm just gonna define it for you. Ah, you frick, man. Oh, because I did it. Yeah, I know why. Uh-huh, look at this. Because it doesn't end with a semicolon. Doesn't end with a semicolon. You're good. I ended with a semicolon. And then all of a sudden, I'm gonna define it for you. Oh, you frick, man. What do you want from me? Font size of node type label does not work. I feel like it just doesn't work. Wouldn't it be folder? Yeah, but probably this does something, right? Like this guy right here. Does some weird stuff. Font size 28. Maybe you can do it in the group itself. Didn't end up with a semicolon again. I always forget that I have to do that. Come on. God damn it. Font size is not a thing of type group. You frick, man. Background. Visible. Style. Style. I can do style. No, that's a label. Wait, but wasn't the other thing a label? Maybe that works. Maybe I can do it here. Style. Maybe I can do style. Come on, man. Give me style. Give me style! Okay, well. It worked. It loads, but I don't think it applies it. I don't think it applies it. Text style. Yep, you can definitely add a style to it. Can you? I'm not sure about that. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna just add this everywhere. I'm gonna just add a style everywhere. Even if we don't need it. Group. Yeah, just whatever. Font size is 28 everywhere. Entire group, just all of it. Every single thing. Container. Boom. Font size 28. I didn't want to open the node editor, but thank you so much. The normal one will suffice. Yeah, okay, well, there you go. Style is not a thing of group. Okay, awesome. I guess that ends our exploration of adding bigger font sizes to our the asset editor. Well, was worth a try. And listen, we got it working, you know, almost entirely. Just the very important things didn't work. Ay. It's literally just these and these. If those would also work, done. I mean, that would be just so damn amazing. But there's nothing, nothing exists. It doesn't exist. I think. Because if we long as I can look for the folder right here, right? It's used in the folder group, and then there's a root folder selection. Label style 28. It already has it. It already has it. I don't. Collapse all button. Hold on a minute. Surely this is it. Surely this is the tab navigation. Label style. Group style. Style, font size. Last one. Last one we'll try. Font size is not a type in a tab navigation style. Brother. Text plus. Think I can change it to an F? It's an F, it's an F now. It's an F now. That's ridiculous, bro. That's so stupid. I was able to change it to an F so we know what that is. We're at the filter button over here. So this is at the top. So shouldn't that be like below it? So this is like asset browser spinner. Spinner. Content pane. Surely it's this. Surely it's this thing, right? This is the left side, right? Because it's a dynamic pane where you add multiple things. Surely. Surely. You'd think so, right? Look at this. Text color render. There's no way, right? Boom. Font size. I maybe should look at label style that doesn't have a font size. How about that? How about that? Maybe those exist somewhere. Could be the case. Listen, I'm too deep in now. I'm sorry. I'm too deep in. I have to figure this out now. I can't let it go. I'm sorry. I cannot let it go. Style. Probably not this. Warnings info. Font size. Okay, style. Let's see. Scroll bar style. That was my someone was is at the door. However, I'm not here. Unless the doorbell rings again. Then I will go. Oh, is it maybe a package for me? Wait a second. No. All packages arriving next week. Whatever. Then we should be fine. Okay, style. Export button. None of that is it. None of that is oh, also this would be here. Not in the tab style. Asset path warning dismiss. Root container. Oh, look at this guy. No font size. Warning, you have not set up an asset directory. I highly doubt that that's going to be it, but you know what? See if I care. Style. 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 Filter button. Yeah, no, I think we're down here. We have to be down here. Label style. Style font size. Label font size. Style. Default. Maybe there's some weird stuff with the default. Style. Style. Font size. Style. Button does not have font size. In before. Button does not have font size. Let's see. Yep, text button style does not have font size. Well, as if I knew it. Okay, oop. Open it again. Font size in text button style. Oh, did I have it somewhere else? Text button. Ah, that's fair. Yeah, text button, text button. This should be fine though. Be nothing else. Let's see. B font style. Yeah, because I typed a B in here once again. Nice, thank you. Because that's okay. Okay. Nope, again, text button. Font size and text button. Oh boy. Oh, oof, that's not a good one. That's not good because I have it somewhere. Right here. Maybe we are right. Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't work. Man, what a fucking shame, bro. What a shame. Would have been, yeah, tab navigation still doesn't have it either. Okay. What a shame, bro. It's just so close, yet so far out of reach. Because it has to be in this freaking file, right? Because that's 100% going to be whatever that is. Like down here, the dynamic pane, right? Something like that. Maybe this one needs it. Maybe this one needs a style. It needs a style. Boom, right? You sure? Or that it doesn't work, or that I'm like close to it. Style does not appear on dynamic pane. Well, isn't that an issue? Resize at start. What does that mean? What does that mean? Resize at start. Font size doesn't exist. Sure. Resize or start 10. What does that mean? I just put the size to 10. Doesn't do anything. Layout, top scrolling, scroll bar style. Oh, in the asset editor? Start. Resizer background. Anchor height, 250. No, that's not the right one. That's not the right thing. Change the text color maybe to confirm. Dynamic pane. Background. I changed the color to red. Nothing. Doesn't work. Huh. Nothing is red. Other way around. Let's do the following. This is what WD meant before. Look for this. Dynamic pane. Asset browser with pane. Bing, 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 bing. Bing, 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 bing. Red. I did it size 10 and red. And now? Because I did an oopsie? Yes. Where did I do an oopsie? I'm confused. Bing, 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 bing. We got it. Red. Red. Red! Guys. The color of love. Ah, fly me to the moon. Okay. Okay. Now that this is red, resizer 10. What does that do? What does resizer do? What are we thinking? Doesn't do anything. But maybe we can add a size right here. Dynamic pane. Text button. Surely it will be this, right? Manage packs. No, wait a second. Drop down. But wait a second. Drop down style. Yeah, this is an asshole right here. How about we just do that? How about we just do that? The fact that it got red is not good. The top got red. I think it's just all the same. I think. It's all the same. Is what it is. Every single thing is the same. Text color is not a thing in drop down style. I have a bad... I just... okay, drop down box, maybe. Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay. Doesn't do it. Let me go back. Anchor. Dynamic pane. Dynamic pane doesn't have a style either, does it? Let me guess. Doesn't have a style. Yep. Doesn't have a style. Okay. So, that's not it. Let me double check another thing before we continue. Let's go here. Let's see. Okay, so that all does work. So on hover, it changes the text. Oh, interesting, right? So on hover, it changes this a little bit. But the issue is, how does it, what does it change it to? Hover, hovered. Tab navigation, route selected. Collapse all button, it's not it. Filter button is not it. That's the new asset button. Errors info, warnings info. Neither of those. Yeah, it's just an alpha. I agree. So that means that the background changes with this, right? The 0.2 right here. So it has to be one of those. Root folder selection. It has to be this. It's already 28. Is it align center? It isn't really, is it? Label style. I think I can just add a style here as well. For this. Or is it going to say... Tab navigation is not it has a style. Whoa. Frick you, frick you. Frick you, man. To check if that's it. Change the padding. Change it to 50. That's the padding of this guy. That's the padding of server and that. That's this. This is the root selection folder. Okay, I understand. Boom. Okay. Hovered. So we're not in the right one. Tab navigation mode. Top bar. Only visible when hovered. New asset button. It just doesn't make any sense though, does it? Like, you would think that group dynamic pane. Where's this group? Footer. The footer is not... Is it just this? How does it know? How does it know? How does this know? This doesn't know. Diagnostics pane. But there's another one. Kind of feels like it wouldn't be there since it's all static. The folders are not. Yeah, but wouldn't you still define via the content pane right here somehow, or I guess the... Where's my, like, red? Right here. The assets browser. Dynamic pane. Surely anchor. Where does this go? All the way to... Look at this. This goes all the way to here. End. Tooltip. Text button. I. Read only warning. Content pane. No, it's not. This is not the left side. This up here is the whole left side. The entire frickin'... This is the whole left side. Dynamic pane. Flex weight. Resize. Group. Background style manage packs button. ... That's at the top. Search input. Group. Background. Root folder select. Hovered. This is probably going to be it. I made the hover darker. Yes. Theoretically. No. It's darker somewhere. Oh, that's great. That's really awesome. Search input drop-down box. Okay, I definitely... Oopsie. I don't know what I crashed, but something's not... Something ain't right. Something ain't right here. I don't know. I don't know. That's a rough one. I got nothing, man. I got nothing. What I find so interesting about it as well is that, so like the plus right here, right? If I put an F in, that works. Wait, the text button can have a label style. Well, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. The text button. And just start deleting stuff until the left is gone. I mean, I guess I don't know if that actually would work. This is a text button. Get me to my red again. This is not the red. This is not the red that I'm looking for. This is the red that I'm looking for. Button, text button, style, label, style, font, text field. Button, collapse all. Nope. Filter button. Nope. New asset button. Also not the case. I'm looking for it can't be. I feel like I am so close to diamond and yet. Dynamic pane container. I just don't understand it. I just don't get it. It just doesn't work. None of it works. None of it works. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Well, no. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. It is what it is. We have to admit defeat. Check for updates. Validate game files. You think it notices that I changed this? Please install everything again. Oh, I wasn't able to read the server jar file. Yeah, that makes sense. Validate. The other way around, actually. It's fine. Well, I hope I fixed it. If not, that would be funny. Some good insights into how screwed I am if I try modding the editor. I mean, you know. I guess it is what it is. Let's see. Is it still screwed up or... Ah, well, that's, then I'm just gonna do the following. Just gonna delete everything, and then surely it's gonna download again, right? Delete the entire editor. Yeah, no, I'm allowed to do it. You require permissions from Kaupenjoe to change this folder. I'm Kaupenjoe. But I am Kaupenjoe. What in the hell? Brother. Okay. I don't... How am I... I guess... Pre-release? Check for updates? Uninstall and reinstall? I mean, there's no other way to do it. Yeah, okay, I uninstalled it and then it removed everything. Okay, we're good, we're fine. So close to diamonds, but we only have a stone pickaxe. Exactly. You're actually so right. You're so right. We only had a stone pickaxe, so it's not, yeah. What a damn shame, man. What a damn shame. That would have been real nice if that would have worked. We can't have everything, I guess. Okay, can you go? Thank you. Applying patch. It's applying in the patch, don't worry. Just joined what's on the menu today. Null Zucker. No, so we tried to of course. It just deleted the jar file. Of course. We're good. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry, guys. I just need to get back my jar file. Oh, of course. We're gonna be fine. Now the biggest question though is, does this work? I just want to make sure that the asset editor works again. And of course it does. Be good. Okay, nice. All right, then we go back over here and we go to our server again. Maybe we go to our server again. Let's see. Let me find this. Da 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 da. Oh gosh, I also need to decompose the server now. Just give it a second. Okay. Just join. What is the modding that you were doing about? You know, we're just sort of. Just give it a second. I'm currently decompiling the server. That takes a lot of CPU power. 91%. And everyone knows that if the CPU of the computer is being blasted, then the same thing happens for the streamer's brain. I don't know. Let's just wait the 10 seconds until it's run through. Hopefully 10 seconds. Da 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 da. No, probably not 10 seconds because I'm pretty sure that IntelliJ just crashed. Yeah, that's not good at all. Like that's just really not. That's like it's still oh no, it didn't crash. It's doing stuff. It hasn't crashed. It's just not displaying its changes. Those are two different things. Okay. That's more like a... Oh, now not responding? Okay. It's still doing stuff, though. As you can see. Or I guess not, because it doesn't work. Oh, that's great. Oh, well. Come on. You can do it. Ah! We're almost there. Successfully done. Let's go. It's just that easy. You just have to be patient sometimes. It all comes down to patience, guys. It all comes down to patience. But that's not... Yeah, that's not quite what I wanted to do. Put this guy out. Dum, 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 dum. Come on. All right, we're back, baby. I have a question about combat. I don't know if I have an answer for combat, but you know, who knows? Right now the bleed is invisible, so you can't really show red numbers for the bleeding system. Right. My question is actually multifold, right? If I were to now run my server. Please don't tell me I have to authenticate again. Surely not. Thank the Lord. You know, modding is a Modding is a fickle mistress. It's all sorts of weird. Let's see. Right. That's great. Okay, I understand. Yes. Frick you, bro. Frick you. This is because I'm being lazy and I'm not asking whether or not this is null. Okay, sure. Because inventory get item is not null and it's this. Okay, there you go. Okay, all of a sudden I can also punch things without my thing and then we're good. Okay, maybe we don't want two ends. There you go. Boom. How much Hytale has leaned into modding, especially so early. Very cool stuff. It is very cool, although there are sadly still quite a few things which are not as well implemented, but I do actually want to remind people, because like I'm gonna be real, since I've last read it, I also forgotten it. In the very, very beginning over here in November 20th, even though they were like, hey, listen, modding is like modding is at the core. They did say literally at the very beginning, there's lots of limitations. Many client behaviors are not yet exposed, so it's gonna be rough, inconsistent, and painful to work with. I think this once again one of the long tails of Hytale, where it's like 10,000 people are gonna probably watch this trailer, right? And then 11 million watched it, and then it's like, you know, there's not gonna be that many people wanting to mod this game, right? Turns out no, everyone wants to mod this game. So okay, so there was a damage number there. Now if I do this, no damage number. Now you might ask why. It's the modder's equivalent to its early access, bro, but that's okay. We have you to fight for us. Try my best over here. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be very interesting. But yes. You think that the fact Hytale wants to handle the modding themselves is holding modding back? I don't think that's a bad thing, no. I'm just starting to get more and more, what will you say? I'm starting to not like the decision of the client modding thing. That's like the thing that, because like, someone suggested on the modding list. No, someone was on the Hytale server itself. Someone said, I would like to tint individual decorations in-game, not universally apply a tint to all models, like it seems like in the asset editor. Now, in my opinion, if I think about this in Hytale terms, right, I want to tint blocks. Theoretically, you should be able to write a plugin that's like the tint plugin. It adds a new component to every block, a new block component that's called tint. It only has a color and applies a color tint to the texture of your choice. Theoretically, that would allow you to make a brush, and you brush on every block in the game, and you could tint that block. So far, you're with me. Yes? Yes. How do I render it? I can't, right? Or I would have to somehow use a packet that they have that does it. But I don't know what... there's no render packet right now, so I don't know. What if you somehow mix the texture of block with color? They still have to somehow give an overlay. Like you still have to somehow send a packet. Because the issue is that otherwise what you would have to do is you would have to, on runtime, create a new texture. That's way too slow. You can't do that. That's not a good way to do it. Like, I know what you mean, but like I just think that that's not a smart choice. So rendering is the biggest hiccup right now. Yes. Anything to do with rendering or the client, right? Because you don't have access to the client. And it's not like they're not working on that. That's fine. And they want to expose stuff. It's just that it's just... Because it seems like such an easy thing to... Like, a couple of things seem like an easy thing to solve if we had access to the client. What if you have it spawn temporarily blocks that are red? I don't know. It's like what's going to happen is that we're going to take the patch route for the server the same way that Minecraft did it. Maybe, I don't know. It could be the case. Would you overwrite every client resource pack on the server? It has nothing to do with resource packs. That's not the point. The point isn't resource packs. The point right now is that I don't even know how the server, how the client renders a block, right? If I am in the game right here, and I have this block right here, right? And I put it up here, boop, 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 right? How does the client render this? I don't know. I don't know, right? So I can go into the asset editor and I can say, hey, dirt, change your texture. Sure, I can do that, but there's some way that the server, or the common folder, I guess, tells the client, hey, this is how it's rendered. So if I go in and I look for dirt over here, right? So this is soil dirt, this guy right here. Boom, I overwrite this asset, boom. I go in, I say, hey, I now want the top texture over here, like the up one, to be, instead of dirt, I want it to be something different. Example block, sure. So now I get an E at the top of the texture. Why not, right? Boom. I do that. I also change the icon over here. Boom. Okay. I go back into the game. All of a sudden, we've got an E here, right? Great. That's awesome. Now, what if I want to now apply a tint to the top over here? Well, is there any tint rendering over here? There is a shading mode. There's a block texture side mask. I don't even know what that means. There are effects over here. But that's pretty much it. Right? So But you could with code override every texture, couldn't you? Okay, maybe. But once again, I don't. Maybe, but it doesn't make any sense to do that. Because you would need to make a new custom... I don't even know if you could, by the way. I don't know if you could override the texture. What if we added a different texture right here? Oh, that's just the weight, right? So now it just chooses between one or the other. I think. Right? So now yeah. So now you have a weight. Hytale is the love of my life. Yeah, well, I might just need to get, like, Hytale modding. I might need to get some therapy, some counseling at some point. That should be Neil. Yeah, usually that's Neil. That's just finding solutions to a specific problem we are using as an example. Yeah, exactly. So like this is just, yeah, obviously. Hinted to purple if it's Halloween on the PC's user, and it's impossible. Pretty much. Is there a way to change the weight? Yeah, but the weight this isn't the thing, right? Like the weight was just be like, okay, yes, of course, I just changed the weight. And then it's like one of the block textures is more likely to come up than the other, but that's not. I think you need to extend the block type component to have a tint field. Right. Find your way to renderer so block texture is multiplied by tint. Right. But the issue is, let's think about this like this. Surely draw type over here is like, yeah. But like, this is a protocol cube. Block type. Block type is a network serializable. So surely that means that the block type is a thing that gets sent completely like this to the server, right? So this is if it's a network serializable, surely server and client have both the same block type. So the client receives the same textures over here as this, and then it does something with it. We can't hook into that. If there was a packet in here somewhere, then we could, but that's not, that there's nothing to do. There's nothing to do, I think. Should you pass block type class to a template? You can make your own template. Yeah, but the client doesn't know about any of it. I can add a, I can do all sorts of things, but the client doesn't know what to do with it. Does it? Or am I misunderstanding what you mean? Like I can't tell, like I can add all sorts of things in the block type or make a new block type or whatever, but the client doesn't know what to do with the new texture or the new field. Because surely the client would need to be told about, hey, you take this and you now apply that to the texture that's already there. Right? Does Kaupenjoe just have playing cards on his desk? No, it's not for no reason. It's to take the cards and to shuffle the cards. Why not? It's a relaxing activity for me. Then in JSON of an item, you could use display cube, but display tintable cube. Why are we playing cards? I'm not playing cards, I'm shuffling them. Yes, but... Right. But how does the client know what a tintable cube is? I agree with you. I now make a new draw type, even though that's going to be very hard because extending an enum is not really possible. But let's just like, whatever. Let's just put that aside. Let's say I add a new, on the server, I add a new draw type and it's called tintable cube. How does the server know to tint the cube? The client. How does the client know to tint the cube? It doesn't. The client only knows these things and I can't change the client. The client is completely, it's a walled garden. I don't know what anything happens. The only thing I can do is I can give it a packet, I can send it to the client, and hopefully something works. Is there a way to create a packet? I could theoretically make custom packets, but the client can't get them, I think. We would need some sort of like a universal custom packet. But the issue there is, what does it do on the client? So then you sort of run into the same issue where it's like if you have a universal packet that you could theoretically add some sort of code in, then you once again have like code things that happen on the client, so it doesn't work. Yes, if we were to add a custom field, it would be sent to the client. But once again, the issue is there's no logic on the client to use that custom field. That's the issue, right? The issue is that if this is not added, then it's not possible, right? So that's where it's getting very, very rough in some areas. And you just make an attribute that changes the color. Yeah. What are we trying to achieve? Just in general, someone basically wanted to have individual tints added to every block. Meaning, I go in here, I were to get like a paintbrush right here, right? And then what I could do is, I could paint every single block, right? Like I have a block, it doesn't matter what it is, right? Like if I have my block here, and now I use any color inside of my paintbrush, and then I right-click this block, and it gets that tint applied to it. Theoretically, if I understand the way that it works, you could theoretically add a new custom component, a new block component to every block in the world. And then if you have this paintbrush, right, then you right-click it, and then it adds that color to that block component. So far, so good. But I am unable to then render that, take that color and have it rendered. That's the sort of issue that we're kind of running into. Okay, do you mean like a color? Sort of a thing you can do with world gen? Yes, actually. Good point. There is... Yes. How does it work with grass? Tint. There is a tint. What does that mean? What is this? Integer tint. You think that just works? biome tint? Well, there's biome tint and there's normal tint. Block type tint. I don't understand that though. Because like, where's the tint on here? Or is it not exposed in this thing again? That would be crazy. Which one would have tint? I guess soil left. Wait. You are not, that's not right. This can't be okay. That's fair. Okay. Wait a second. Let's think about this. Red tint. Okay, I understand. So, the functionality exists. That means we could hook into the same thing. So, this is not what they want. They want it to be done on a block-by-block basis, right? So, I set down block, 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 and I have a paintbrush, and I right-click this one. This one's now green. This one's now red. This one's now yellow. But because the functionality exists, we should be able to do it, right? Surely now, in theory, we could do this, right? We could make it so that it like changes.
Allies have arrived. Rejoice.
Yo, VS, thank you for the raid. Thank you. Hello, hello. Welcome, raiders. We're currently we're having a date with Hytale modding, as you can clearly see. Of course, with the best suit of them all of the modding stream. Thank you. Yeah, and we may or may not just had a breakthrough. I am 10,000% sure that it sends a packet that's either a block update that includes the tint or separate from the tint. Even if we solve the specific issue, there's always something you run into. Oh, no. I'm with you. I'm with you that the client thing is still a thing. Hey, it's the guy from the YouTube shorts. Nice. I mean, maybe. Like with Minecraft modding, since both client and server need the mods to function, you can just mod the Minecraft client and do whatever you want, but with Hytale, you're not modding the client, so it can't display things that it doesn't know how to. Kind of like that, exactly, yes. It gets very complicated there. Can you somehow move this tint into the state? Yes, but if we do a state, then we would have to make a state for every type of tint, right? But I'm pretty sure you could. Yeah, you could add tints based on the state. There's a tint command. Interesting. There is. Builder tools. You haven't made a selection. Wait. How does that do it? What in the heck? Is this only for tintable things? Wait. Does this work for anything? That's my question now. Shock. More hard-coded client rendering. You're doing state stuff? Kind of, I guess. I don't know. I don't know exactly what I'm doing right here. To be honest with you. selection tool. Okay. What in the actual... Wait, it's chunk-based. Oh, that doesn't do it. No, 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 no. This is like... This changes the tint of the chunk. But surely that does mean that we could do it, right? What if you now remove the blue block? No. It's chunk-based. It's just a chunk-based thing. What in the... Oh, that's dirt. Okay, I was like, what is this? Black hole. Is it not specifically add a component to a specific block that you can only add components to entity definitions? I don't even know exactly what that means, but maybe. I think it's biome color. Yeah, so it changes the biome color. Okay, so theoretically, okay? Now, this is a colored block component, okay? Let's just go through this, okay? Implements component of type chunk store, okay? Now, someone recently mentioned, hey, Kaupenjoe, you know what's really awesome and really fun to do and really fun to work with? It's components, adding block components. Those are really fun to work with, and they are the best thing ever. And they didn't say that. They actually said that they are the worst thing ever, and it's like really, really bad. It sets a tint for each block using set tint. You need to update the block using get block chunk set tint. That does it for the chunk though, doesn't it? I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all. I see no way how you'd possibly do the rendering part, because the client must have it hard-coded for X, Y components to render Y, for X component to render Y. Well, theoretically, if I were to change the tint of my block that I have, right? So right now, how about we do this? How about we go one step below? Block breaking. I look at the following. I get the block that we've broken. This is block break. Yeah. It sets it for the block. Oh, interesting. Okay. That's chunk. This block chunk set. Update chunk. Okay. Okay, wait a second. Wait, I have a live stream one as well. Da 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 da. Oh my god, I got so many things in here. It's too much. What about this guy? Nope. That ain't it either. Okay, well then we're just gonna continue with this one. Whatever. Okay. Okay. Let's see. World. This is actually event dot get block type. Get tint. Right. Get tint. What is the block type? What is the block type that you're getting? So you're getting the network serializable one. Okay, what is the other one though? Wait a second. There are two block type classes. See, that's the next thing. That's weird. config. Yeah, this is this one. And then the other one is in protocol. Where is this used? That's the one that's being sent, isn't it? Update block types. Oh my god, that's actually horrendous. Okay, this is nowhere used nowhere. Probably use the one with nothing. Yes. Block type packet generator. Generate remove packet. This might be too much. Is it possible to add any attribute to any block that are placed already generated, but only the block we punch for the specific object? Theoretically, I think so, yes. But the thing is, like, I don't know if we can get all of that stuff. So if I, oh man, I gotta think about this again. Get target block. So we got a vector 3i. This is this one, I think, right? Is it? No, it's not. It's the other one. Okay, thank you so much. Nope, it's not. Wait, why? What? What? I don't... Am I crazy? Don't answer that. I mean, yes, I am, but also, like... Walk. Yo. Das Entchen ist hier. Hello. Welcome. So this is the block pause. Okay. Then what we're getting is we are world dot, I don't know, get chunk. Can you get a chunk via the world? Chunk store, entity store. Doesn't seem like it. Only get it via the index. There's probably like some sort of like chunk util or some stiff stuff. I gotta run. Have a good one. Yeah, thank you for joining. Look at that. That seems like it, right? Index chunk. No, index block. I don't think that's quite what I want. Is it same chunk? Is within chunk? Chunk? Int block. Since when is a block an integer? Can you talk to me? Hash code? No, there's no way. How do you get this? X. Chunk coordinate. I got nothing for you. You can get the chunks if you have the world. World get chunk if in memory. World chunk if in memory. Right. Then the coordinates. That's real. I mean, yeah, that's, I mean, first of all, this takes a long instead of that. Oh, you want get chunk, sorry. Also takes long. So you'd probably need to get it async, actually. But the issue is it takes in an X and a Y coordinate. And I'm pretty sure that the X and Y coordinates are coordinates of the chunks and have nothing to do with the coordinates of the block itself. What are we coding in today? I'm falling into the trap of trying to solve something that really we shouldn't go into, but I don't even know. I saw you open a console window in-game at some point. How do you do that? It's this little, it's the caret button. It's this like, it's this one right here. So for me, it's this or either this. So it's either the caret or the degree button. For you, it might be squiggly line, like the tilde. One of those. Maybe when you have the chunk, you can get the block. Yeah, but I have the block. I don't need to get the block. I just want the chunk. I just want the chunk. Chunk index from block. Chunk util. So it is that. Chunk util from block. Oh my god, it is. So that gets you the index. Nice. Yeah. That gets you the index from the X and the Y. X, wait, from block. Yeah, you only need X and Y because the Z, the Y is the same. Yeah. So now you get this, and then you get the world chunk in memory. Yeah. This is exactly what this is. Boom. This is exactly what. Yeah, there you go. Boom. This gets us the. Boom. Okay, so that gets us the block. How do I get the block component? Get block component entity. Get block component chunk. Block component chunk. Brother. I just can't even start with this, man. It's like... Okay. So this is now, what is this? This gets me the world chunk. Okay, this is now a world chunk. Now, what do I have? Hello. So this is get block chunk. Now, the issue remains that... Oh, wait a second. Set ticking. No. Set tint. Set tint in block chunk. So, what's the difference between a block chunk and a world chunk? Get component? Oh, block chunk component. Get block chunk component. Man, I don't know if I want back to my OOP, guys. I'm gonna be real. I'm starting to, like, I think that the ECS is so interesting, but fuck me, is it so damn verbose. Like, you need to know the entire system, otherwise you just don't know anything. Because every single thing is interconnected as fuck. Right? So you get a world chunk, you also have a block chunk, and you also have a block chunk component. You probably have a world chunk component for all I know. It's just like, it all cascades into each other. I think block chunk is the collection of block component references of a chunk. The fact that this is actually a sentence that exists. It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. There is a world chunk component. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Get reference of a chunk store. I don't know. I don't need any of this. What did I want? A world chunk. World chunk. Block chunk. Chunk. Get block chunk. Look at this. Boom. Set tint. Boom. Now this is once again block pause. X. Block pause. Z. Yes. That's going to change it for the entire Y level though. Is the issue. This is not going to be block based. This changes it for the entire Y level. I don't even know if this works or not, but like theoretically, if I were to now, I don't even know what kind of color this is going to be. Let's see. That's like a blue. It's fine. It's probably going to be, we're going to be able to see it. There is also block selection. What are we cooking today? I don't even know, man. I don't even know at this point. But in theory, if I now break a block right here, it said, yep, this works. And here it says tint. It should have tinted it. Now, the issue is it probably doesn't actually do that. Did I at least run it in? Yeah, I did. Okay. Okay, maybe we also need to do something like, I don't know, freaking know, like execute the as a runnable or some stuff like that. I don't even know. Something like that. Is this ever cold? Let's try it out. Let's change it. Boom. Oh, yeah, can't do that because it's a runnable. Yeah, you can't really do that with that. It's fine. Ooh, block section think are blocks of a chunk with a specific Y level. It's just man, there's like technically speaking, it's like so interesting, but it calls it. This is cold. We are using the set tint. Oh, wait. It works now. Oh, I feel like that's crashed the game. Oh no, I didn't. It just I just had to do this. Oh, but this works. Why did it? Does that make any sense? It clearly worked right here. No? Like I don't know. It seems like it worked in this one, right? I didn't change that with the paintbrush or the tint tool. And this definitely seems like the color that I've chosen right here. I think I have to reload entirely again, but that's fine. Yeah, okay. Blocks are just confusing. Yeah, well, that's it happens, I guess. How does the selection tool differentiate between block and stuff that might be able to... Oh, it does work. It just doesn't update. Because it doesn't send the packet to the client. If I rejoin, they're now changed. Set tint doesn't send a packet. Yeah, there you go. I need to send the packet manually. World get notification handler update chunk. There it is. And then we just want the same chunk index. That's a long, right? You think that's gonna do it? It's not really it's not really what we wanted to do. Like, it's not actually kind of like really not the thing we wanted to do, but like, I mean, I don't know. Well, I mean, it works, I guess. Huh. Right. But it remains that the issue is that it changes the entire Y level, right? So it's not a singular block. It's more like, yo, just change this entire Y level. Right. Okay. So if I now tried to get the block type, but I can't. There's no way to change the tint, right? Like where's a tint created? Tint object. Biome tint. Deserialize. Serialize. I don't think there's any way to make a custom tint that I can then give it in some capacity, right? So here's the biome tint. So the other tint isn't even... Oh, no, here's the tint. Tint is equal to new tint. If it's not null and the length is bigger than 0. Packet. To packet. I don't think I can. Because the tint right here, right? This tint right here in the protocol, I don't have access to this. I only have access to the config. Where does it get the packet from? New block type. It just makes a new one. I don't think it's possible. We would have to hook into it with a Mixon or something like that, which I'm gonna be real. I'm not willing to do that at that point. Because I don't think that makes sense. But it is the case though, right? Like that's just gonna be the case. Damn, that's so rough, man. It's such a bummer because like it does work. I mean, not to mention, we would obviously run into the next issue. Let's even say we would get this to work, right? What would then happen is like, I now have my custom brush item, right? Like I have my custom brush item in my hand, right? And I like, I don't know, control right click to get an inventory up to choose a color. How do I do that? Right? Or like a custom UI up. Is there like a color picker in the UI? Hytale UI? Is there like a custom color picker? Because I don't even know if that's the case. There might be, by the way, but I don't, you know. I don't know. So that's like kind of the next sort of issue. Hytale modding is more complicated than Minecraft. It's very, very different. I think that it has an amazing assortment of really cool ideas. But, man, I just, you know, I just think that they need, like, they need to improve a bunch of things in modding. Just a little bit. Maybe you could do a text field where you input a hex code. Okay, that's fair. That's okay. That's fair. Let's say we could do that. That would, I guess, be the second best thing. All right. So we've done that. Okay. That's not the worst thing, I guess, at that point. I didn't want to do that, but that's kind of cool, I guess. Okay. I mean, the code-based modding options to scream of a little bit of 8 years of madness. I'm sure as things simplify will become much better. No, I'm 100%. I genuinely have complete confidence that that's gonna be the case at some point. However, man, right now it is a little bit of a bummer for some things, you know, like it's just the thing. Now it also does that a little bit better, or am I just tripping? Yeah, it takes the rest of the tint. I feel like the tint is this tint that it changes is still the tint of the biome. Tint set. This dot tint block chunk. Int byte palette. Yeah, it saves it in the block chunk. So it's not saved in the block itself. Yeah, it's a chunk tint map. It's not really what we're looking for. So I still wouldn't know how to render it, basically. I still don't know how you would render it. Like I said, changing it in here is not viable. And then even if I get the event.getTarget block, which is the block type, which theoretically has the tints, I can't do anything with them, right? I can only get them. Because that's, and I kind of doubt that I can change it here. I mean, doesn't do anything. Doesn't do anything. It's a get method. It's a get tint. There's no get tint up. Okay, what am I supposed to do now? Equals? That you can't do that. It doesn't do anything. Protected. Sure. That's great. That's really just awesome. What about tint itself? Isn't there like a full tint? No. Do you have do you know how to create custom moving controls for NPCs? I need to make it follow orthogonal movement. I have no idea what any of those words mean. No, so as in like Jesus. Custom moving controls for NPCs. So when you're like riding them or something like that. Oh, wait, do you mean or if you take on a different model? Burning blue is pretty nice. Not quite what I'm looking for. I'm interested to see, is there a tint component class? No, I would have to make it my own, and the issue is even if I make my own, I'm not unable to then change the tint because I have to somehow push the tint to the client, and it just doesn't. Yeah, I'm interested to see how far the asset editor and such will come for people who have a hard time getting into the coding aspect of things. Oh, it's 100% going to be better, but yeah. What keeps the community run in the long run? Easier for non-coders to modify the game. Well, I mean, you can do an insane amount of things with the asset editor. That's not the issue. It's just that we're really sort of, I don't know. I think so many people are looking into modding and it's so easy to add, you know, a couple of items and a couple of things here and a couple of things there that you sort of think that it sort of translates into anything and everything, and it just doesn't, right? It just does not translate into that. And I think this then leads to the fact that people get a little bit frustrated with, oh, why doesn't this work easier? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm creating custom NPCs and need them to move like rooks, like the chess piece. Huh. Alright, I see. I feel like the movement of an NPC, surely they're using some like A-star algorithm to like determine the NPC movement, right? Like movement system, movement state. I'm not a fan of that one. Movement state, yeah. So steppable tick system. Once again, it's a packet, so you can't add a custom movement state either. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. The walker controller exposes some property like movement. The A-star has a can move diagonal, but I don't know how to change it. Oh, does it? Whoa, that's crazy. Set can move diagonal. Body motion diagonal? In the body motion find base? I mean, I just... Okay. Set debug. Great. That's really awesome. A-star. Of type T. Are there multiple? A-stars with target. Well, yeah, that makes sense. Body motion find base. Set can move diagonal. That's the only place where this is ever called. Yes. A builder motion find base is diagonal support. Builder support is diagonal moves. That's the only place where this is called builder support. Builder manager NPC entity is support. Get execution context. Great. That's all. Thank you so much. Wow. This is awesome. Boolean holder. Why would you do it like that? Boolean data. Diagonal moves. It's called diagonal moves. I don't know where to put it, but it's called diagonal moves. And if you put diagonal moves equals false, then it can't do that anymore. In the builder body motion find base. So, surely that's somewhere, right? Let's see. Oh yeah, we can't do that, so that's great. We need to get the assets via this. Oh wait, we have the assets right here. Look at that. Boom. Server NPC roles. And then we just look for this. Steps per tick. Does this exist? No, it doesn't. In project. Okay. It doesn't use that at all. Okay, that's right. That's really awesome. That's just frick phenomenal. Max path length. Let's see. Does this find it anywhere? This one right there in project? Well, shouldn't this also find it in all of it? Find usage. Yeah, I think you need to do it like this, don't you? Maybe. Files. All places. Debug. Debug. Desired altitude. That's nice. In the NPC plugin, motion controllers are declared. Right, but... Like walk. Okay, but don't you want to... Genuine question. Wouldn't you want to use the NPC definition of the JSON file so that you have like the JSON file right here, and then change it to like add, you know, can move vertically or whatever horizontally, the freaking what is it called, diagonal. the one that it isn't. Yeah, okay. Oh man. Because I was thinking that you want to restrict only one particular. No? Yes, the motion controller list JSON prop. It needs a motion controller and some properties. Yeah, that's it. That is it. That will be where it is. I think. Build a role. I don't even know, man. I don't even know. This is like... Can we sleep for like 6 months and come back to a modding that's a little bit easier? Oh man, that's just, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, it just feels like I'm just not. You know, one of the real issues is, I think this is like genuinely stupid. How long did it take me to get into Minecraft modding to the level where I'm at right now? I mean, 6 years, right? Now, this is obviously sort of a you would say exponential, and then it like at some point tapers off. Okay. So how long did it take me to get to a level where I could just go in and be like, at least like 2.5 years? 1 month in. Yeah, obviously things are going to be difficult. I'm of the idea that the NPCs are too complex to make Songs of the Machine version 2. That's not good. They might be. I don't know. And this is by the way the next sort of issue, because not only do you have the asset editor, plugin making, node editor, right? So you have the 3 different systems. Within each of them, let's say you go to plugins. Okay, how does the chunk system work? I don't know. Like, in order to understand the entire ECS system, it seems like you can't really understand little chunks of it, pun intended. You have to sort of understand the entire thing. That's what I'm saying when I'm saying I haven't mapped it out fully yet, you know? It's sort of like, oh, you should, you know, you do that, and then this is how you can get the component, and then, well, you have access to the ref, and just make the reference via the get ref, and you should always use the command buffer, and then why do I use the system over here, and you know what I mean? Like, it's just, you have to map everything out. The entire landscape, and the landscape is different from the map, as we've learned previously. Damn. That's crazy, man. That is kind of crazy. You know, and then you go into the asset editor and then you go, NPCs are different from animations, are different from block benches, different from this. And it's just, there's so many different systems and they just break down into an endless, like it's an endless sort of Mandelbrot set, you know, that you can zoom in and zoom in and zoom in and it just never stops because you have each individual tiny thing. And it's just so many different things. And one of the things that I said this last time, I think, where I was like, oh, so many people have done so many cool things. Yeah, because they focus on like one thing. if you've done nothing the last month but look at the NPCs, you're going to be really good at the NPCs. Because if you spend a month with one thing, that's just what's gonna happen, right? But because I've been like, oh, I'm gonna use this and this and this and this, and let me do a little bit of that and a little bit of this. Everywhere. It's just everywhere, bro. La di da di da di da. 100%. Wrote so much in this month. You can't imagine. Ah, I get it. For the last 2 weeks, I only looked at block components and it still confuses me. See, this is what I mean, right? And it's like, I don't know. I think I was specifically like a couple of last days, I was like really frustrated that I didn't get this thing to work the way that I wanted it to. Specifically the blood system thing. And then Harold tried to help me and I was like, whoa, I was getting frustrated. Right? It is what it is. That's fine. Like I can get frustrated, but it's like just weird. And then I'm like, you know, maybe I do need to just remind myself that, listen, you know, if you spend nothing, if you've done nothing else but look at this, absolutely fine. But I haven't. 38k lines of plugins. I'm coming from JS, so 38k lines of one plugin. I feel like that's not necessarily the, you know, code quality should not really be judged by lines of code, but I understand what you mean. I focused on blocks and was pretty familiar with them, but boy, NPCs. Yeah. I see. Now, Pacific Bite, now I know what you want to do. So you no longer want your totem, the machine, to be a block. You want to make it into an NPC, like an entity. Oh boy. Right. I see. Yeah. That would be 100 times cooler. But also, yeah. Good fucking luck, I guess. Oh boy. I can change their state via Java. Damn, that would be rough. I mean, building with Gradle. Oh, okay. Da, da, da. Yeah, I don't even know. I don't know. This is like really, really, really rough, man. We can color things. We can color things. What if I... Yeah, that doesn't do anything. I think it doesn't... Yeah, it's once again, it's just a change color of the... Okay, well, that's a bummer. Okay. Let's see. Da 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 da. Let's just, what the heck, man? Let's just go into the stuff and let's just add something over here. Okay, I've got something prepared. I know it sounds crazy, but I do. Boop boop. Okay, nothing enabled. That's nice. This is our brewing station. Brewing station? Could we maybe call it like a brewing shop? Sure. Here we go. Figured it out. You need to diagnostics mode on. Ah, there it is. I was going crazy. Create a Python script to press scan code 53. Jesus. Okay, that's going in deep. That's going in deep. That's crazy. All right. Didn't I specifically not go in here? Whatever. Okay, there we are. Okay. Oh, for a second I was like, am I not gonna spawn at all? Ever? No, I will. Okay. Well, that was weird. Well, interesting. OP self. Creative tools asset editor. Alright. Like, guys. We will now make my first mod. Okay. Now you might say, Kaupenjoe, what does that mean? I say we're actually gonna make our first, like my first mod. Okay. Kaupenjoe. Nano attack. Boom. All right, what is the first thing that we're going to need? I want a new station. I want a new crafting station. What does that mean? Well, let's figure it out. This is a... let's just use the alchemy table for the sake of argument. Bench alchemy. Bounding boxes. Sure. Then copy that one over. Actually, we want to do the following. Downloads. No downloads. Want to go to data client. Hytale. Let me actually go back and let's get the common folder set up first because that we need to do that anyway. User data, saves, brewing, shop, mods. Block textures. I think I can just do that, right? Oh, well, maybe. There you go. Nanotech. No, it's nano attack. And also, that's not what it's called. I would like to know what's your modding versus playing ratio for Hytale. What is playing Hytale? What does that mean? I don't know what you're talking about. I have played the game a little bit in early access, meaning, you know, I had like access before the game came out with all of the modders. That's where I played it a little bit. And since then, I have not played it. Which, by the way, I think I need to play it. Okay. But we'll see, okay? I don't even know. It's been a long time. If so, what do you think of the game's PvP? I've only tried PvP once with a friend of mine, and I thought it was really, really cool and interesting and fun. But I also literally, like, spent like maybe 10 minutes on it. So not very in depth. So don't take my word for it. Okay, let's see. Okay, this is great. Where is this? Blocks, benches. Sure. That's just nice. And then right there, boop, boop, boop. Blocks, brewing bench, boom. Now. Oh! Look at that. Bench brewing. Gonna look so sick. I mean, come on, bro. Hello? Look at this. That looks freaking sick, man. Yes, it is a custom model. Made by my good friend and artist, Nanotech. I really like this. That's awesome. Okay. Let's see. So this would be I think the size is fine, right? I think we could increase it a little bit. If we like really wanna be completely correct, then our hitbox would be different. Oh my. Okay, you know what? Let's just keep it for the time being. I don't wanna... Yeah. Okay. So this now is behavior bench. Type crafting ID. I see. Gather type benches. Huh. Okay, interesting. I'm actually okay with this. Right. But like... brewing bench. Is that it? On all you need to do? And now if I were to do a... whatever, right? Just like this guy. I add a recipe over here. Crafting. Recipe. Bench. Requirement. Crafting. ID. Brewing bench. Right? Input. Item ID. Soil dirt. Quantity 1. And theoretically... Okay. We close this because it still has the different things. How does it decide that though? Tier levels. Nope, that's not it. Brewing bench. General crafting? Oh, that doesn't matter. See, that's a weird one, isn't it? Recipe. Yeah, that's fine. That's okay. Tier levels. Bar silver. That's all good. Benches, block ID. See, that's weird, isn't it? Because how does it know to have these different things right here? Like, how does it know combat potions? Where does this come from? Does this exist in here? Yes. Categories. Under bench. Is this not shown again? Or did I miss it? I might have missed it. I'm not saying that I'm, you know, categories. I did miss it. You're good. It's all fine. It's all good. This would be, that's okay. Let's keep this one for the time being. And then we're going to call this the... Alchemy potions? No. This is the tea. Teas. Teas. Boom. Teas. And then we go to soil dirt. And this is the... in the category right here. That's where you have to add that. And this is in teas. And now we can craft dirt in there. I won't bother you, but... have you seen this weird idle server? I don't know what that means. I'm editing the video. Can I add your reaction to the dimension mod? Of course. Go for it. There we go. Dirt. Okay, that works. Deep grass. Interesting. Okay. So that works. I guess. So that's for a custom one. Now, what else is there? I mean, I guess the custom items, right? I mean, at that point, it just... Alright. This is my own. I think there's like a glass or something like that. Glass. Cup. Potion. Item deco potion. Potion small. I'm gonna call this the... This is the generic underscore T. T underscore generic. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Oh! Oh! Yikes. Someone is really stepping on the Wi-Fi cable today again. That's not good. Let's see. Oh man, that's like really bad. This one's gonna come in. Luckily, I have a backup. Hopes that's gonna work. The backup is called a hotspot. Sounds crazy, but it's true. Just be tethered. All right. See? 30 kilobytes. Now. I were to still not good, is it? It's probably lagging, right? A little bit. I thought it was me. No. Vodafone, of course. Of course. Reconnection successful. Okay, it can't. Okay, OBS does not like me using the other connection. Is this how the date ends? Yes. I need to leave. Thank you so much for everything. Have a good rest of the day. Yeah, you too. Thank you so much for joining. Is this truly how the date ends? With Vodafone crapping itself? That's so great. That's just awesome. I really need to get something different in here. Yeah, that's a rough one, man. There's just nothing I can do. There's just nothing I can do. It's just, let's see. Let me do this. Yeah, I don't know. I just can't do anything. I can still hear you fine, even if the sound is skipping. Yeah. It's just a rough one. I added my Hytale mod on a thread if you want to have some input. Yeah, I wanted to look at some mods from the community, but like with the internet. Oh, wait a second. Oh, we might be back. We might just be back. I think I've stabilized again. Chat, take a look. Have I stabilized again? I think so. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Because that's tier 2, I think. Hold. Yeah, I think we're fine. I think we're back. Let's go! See, it's just that easy. Okay, this would be a new... Wait, I already added the T. T generic, there it is. Glass cup. Let's see how it looks like. I like it. All right. And now, E. Yes. I like it. It's okay. It's all right. Could it be helped a little bit better? Sure, but I think that that's actually okay. You're back. I'm back. Let's go. Someone stepped on the cable again. Kind of. It just is what it is, man. Okay. Can I change the coloring for that? particles, isn't it? Glass small. Potion template. Yeah, but surely there's a way to like change the color, no? Stat check. Effect. Apply effect user. That's all good. That's all good. That's all fine. But drop on death. Yes. Break. No. Lock break set. I don't get it. How does it know that this should be red? Like, what is it? Why is this red? I see that this. Oh, is it just because that's the normal thing? That's the normal potion template that does this every time. That would be annoying. Yep, glass magic. That's really annoying. That's like super annoying. Actually, not what I wanted to do. Actually, not quite what I wanted to do. No, delete this. No, not duplicate. Delete. Potion template. Key template. Key. Yeah. Yes. What are you doing? I'm adding tea to the game. And now this. See, that's great. But wouldn't it make more sense? This is stupid. Why would it do that? This doesn't make any sense. No. What you want to do is, first of all, you then change this to my own template right here. T generic. Nope. No. T. I'm going to T. There you go. T template. There you go. But then you also do the following. Instead of doing glass magic, wouldn't you do it the other way around? So this is the glass small, right? Glass small with white. And then each T itself determines the magic glass. Doesn't that make way more sense? So now I can make this like blue. Right, maybe like... It's not quite the same blue. Yeah, somewhere around there, right? And now... Doesn't that like make way more sense? Or am I crazy? I don't know, just feels like that's just smarter. No? Yes. I don't know. Da, 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 da. There you go. And if I now make a second one, right? So I go in and I do this. And I go in and I say this is now, you know, whatever, yellow tea. I just, you know, sake of argument, I go in and I recolor the blue parts to yellow. I'm just gonna do that quickly. Just give me a second. I mean, what the heck? I can show you. I can show you the world. Shining, shimmering, splendid. This would be hue and saturation. And then we just do boop, and then we do an inversion, and then we say all of those right here are actually yes, and then we just do this, and then we say, you know, there you go, yellow. Who wants a yellow green tea? I don't freaking know. I don't make the rules. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. Now I have yellow tea. Adds tea, needs tea leaves. Listen, okay? Calm your tits. One step at a time right here, okay? One step at a time. Alright. So now we have tea generic needs tea barrel. You wanna, needs British flag. Needs Boston Tea Party event. Yeah. You fricks. E generic. E dandelion. That's not even close to how you write dandelion, but that's okay. Wait, is it? I mean, close. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Boom, right? I go in. I go rendering. I go glass cup. Mod. I put this into my common folder. Where is it? Blocks. Boom. Yellow tea. Block. Yellow tea. Boom. 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 Look at that. And now I have yellow tea. No, dandelion. Boom. Look at that, right? Boom and boom. Now this one's blue, but because of the change that we've made, I can go into the particles and I can say, no, 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 give me yellow. Boom. And just with that, I mean, hello? That's just 1,000 times smarter. I don't know what to tell you. That's just great. Okay. Make a very, very big table. Is this a good idea? It's gonna be fine. It's gonna work. You know, until I have that, I think it's just gonna be easy to just do this. Yeah, it is. Okay, we're good. I want to use the selection tool, but you know what? I think that this is just easier. Flower. Now. Oh boy. I think we need a bigger table. Common pink flower. Why are they called? Why are they both called common pink flower? See that? I don't like that at all. Couldn't you have given them names? Purple flower. Cauliflower. Oh, ha ha ha. Very funny. Cauliflower, bro. Poison nettle. Nettle. Give the orange fern a bit of space over here. Aioli. Oh, do we have aloe? Aloe? Or aioli? What? Hibiscus. Common orange flower. What do we start with here? We already have those, right? Yeah. Okay. Now we got all of those. Okay. This was until like the aioli. It actually was as well, by the way. Oh boy, that's a lot of... That's actually quite a bit. Okay, wait a second. Make sure that you just get one of each. Bunch of different orchids. Luckily, the tables have two sides. We should be good. Yep. We should be good with that. Alright, let's see. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. This song always gives me Hobbit vibes. Like Lord of the Rings, Hobbit vibes. There's a lot of freaking... This is like too much. I'm gonna go into the third dimension for the orchids. Because surely there's no difference in orchids. Right? Those are all the same. Maybe. Lavender. Oh my gosh. Water lily. Same difference here again as well. Those are just water lilies. Those are fine. There we go. And then the last one is violets. Nice. Okay. Man, that's a bunch of, that's a lot of teas. Dandelion was over here somewhere. There it is. Boom. So, if, I got a bunch of dandelions over here, right? And, like, I break them. I get yellow petals. Right. So, would it then make more sense to not go by flower, but by petal color? Oh, that's much easier. That's 14. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I think going by petals would make more sense for tea. Yeah. I do kind of like the idea of using the flowers. Because, like, right now, I'm pretty sure that the flowers are basically used for just decorating, right? If I were to, like, pick a flower, like, because I can do that in normal mode as well, right? I can pick up flowers. But they're just used for decoration right now. But I don't know, maybe it does make more sense to use the petals. Because then you're not sort of, then it doesn't matter if you take, I don't know, lime succulent over here. No, that actually gets you green petals. Sure, okay, fair enough. I mean, I guess. Okay, then it doesn't matter if you use the cyan hibiscus or the cyan, what is that? The cyan arid flower. There we go. That's gonna be both cyan, right? Yeah, there you go. Right, that's always gonna get you cyan petals. Maybe, I don't know. This is a hard one. But I guess theoretically that's fine. Unless you wanted to make flower tea versus color tea. Well, I was thinking about doing flower tea, right? Like specifically for each of the flowers. Because I do find it interesting that, you know, when you're going through the world, that you're like, oh, no, I'm going to specifically pick up this flower. I'm going to pick up the blue aioli, aioli, right here. And then you can actually make like something with the flower itself, or with a plant, I guess, right? Because like, oh, it's not like a flower, but you know what I mean. Like it's like a plant. Plant? Oh boy. Right. There's a few more. Theoretically. We're making tea. Look at this. This is the tea brewing station. Looks pretty neat, I guess. We already have tea over here. We have tea and tea. Blue tea, yellow tea. This is not piss, okay? Don't even start. And if you break it, it breaks into different colors. To make teas using petals and then more advanced teas using multiple types of flowers. True, that could be the key. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. What? Isn't that a isn't an echidna a freaking animal? Isn't that an animal? How do you make tea out of that? Oh, you mean piss? I understand. No. It'd be a drying rack where you have to put up the whole flower and get tea pebbles out that are per flower. Man, then we would have to add like so many different things though. That would be so much. In general, it would be lots of tea if we do this, right? Tea, someone called a spiffing Brit. Don't worry, I'm gonna add specifically for him, I'm gonna add a big ol' crafting recipe just for Yorkshire tea. Petals are also used for colored wool. Yeah. Or clay. Yeah. Well, that's a big question, isn't it? Small f. Small f again? I think my ISP does not want us to continue this date. This is annoying, man. I can't really do anything about it. Well, I mean, I can do something about it in the sense that I could get another monthly sort of thing that I have as a backup system, but man, it's just like I haven't pulled that ripcord yet. Or that bandage of. Oh, that's so bad, man. It's because so many people are online, you know, everyone's watching Netflix now. Just kind of annoying. Yeah, I don't know. Well, regardless of the petals, that's, I guess I'll figure that out at some point. Just looking at the small F again. Does the cooking station use fuel? Right now it doesn't, no. What's the plan for the next Hytale modding tutorial? When do we specifically get plug-in Java tutorials? I got nothing. I got nothing right now. Oh, well, the next one is actually going to be non-plugin. It's going to be asset editor ore generation. Because Haro and I made a ore generation mod that is going to make it so that you can do ore generation with Origin V1 only using the asset editor, which is going to be really cool. But there's a couple of bug fixes that that Haro needs to still implement, and then I'm going to make a tutorial out of that. Yeah. I think this is a lost cause. 15 kilobits per second. 0. Okay, that's great. 0. It freaking drops down to 0. Okay. I think it's a lost cause, guys. I don't want to bring down the mood, okay? I'm sorry. But it just, like... It's just... Man, it's so damn annoying. I don't know. Unsatisfying. It's very unsatisfying. Guys, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I guess the internet does not want us to continue to date modding. It is what it is. Next week we will be back modding Monday, and then probably one other day, maybe something like that. I'm not quite sure. Doing more Trello stuff, and then also maybe even doing some more of the tea stuff, in the hopes that the internet works. And also probably looking at some of the mods from the community. So if you do have a mod, you can join the Discord server. I will link it. Discord GG, because I think that you can still hear me. I think that that's still a thing. Vodafone. It is still Vodafone. Yeah. So you can join the Discord server, and there is a Hytale mods channel where you can link your mod if you have it uploaded to CurseForge or Modtail, or I think there's a couple of other ones, but basically CurseForge. And I might look at that next time, or you know, the day after, the time after, like one of those. But yeah. Because I did want to look at some of the stuff that the community made, because I feel like that's kind of cool. I feel like that could be a cool stream idea for one of the next times. Unbelievable. All right, but yeah, sadly that's all I got. The internet just does not. I mean, it kind of works, but it really doesn't. It really doesn't. I'm just happy that this didn't happen during the ambassador announcement, or during the stream with a mod jam, because that would have been horrendous. Anyway, like I said, we're gonna be back on Modding Monday, 4 p.m. CET, and then we shall see. Yeah, sorry for the abrupt end and sort of unsatisfying here, but it is what it is. And yeah, we will be back next week. Have a lovely rest of your day and weekend.